we back. You feel me? And we back, man. So this is episode 2 of Cyclomancy, the secret of psychic power control. Hold on, let me show y'all right here. That's the title. This is the book that we're going over, Cyclomancy, the secret of psychic power control. You feel me? Where we read this together. I add in my commentary to it as well. And let's get it, man. So in this episode, we're going over lesson 2 specifically of Cyclomancy. Lesson 2, how to put your conscious mind, your sensations recording center, and your organs control center under psychic power control. You feel me? So let's dive into it, man. I'm excited to get into it. Let's get it, man. Let's jump right in. You feel me? Let's jump right in. All right. Take a sip of water. You feel me? Hold on. Take a sip of water. Slaughter your daughter. My money is longer. My money not shorter. You feel me? When it comes to the team, you know I'm a starter. All right, let's get it. How to increase the drive of your psychic power command. You hear it? Your psychic power command drive is delivered by the first part of your primitive autoconscious. Hold on, before I continue. Tune into the first episode where we went over lesson 1 of Cyclomancy. You feel me? That was a good one right there. I believe it was about an hour long. That it took me to fully go through the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So tune into that. That's cool. And this is lesson 2, obviously. So let's continue. How to increase the drive of your psychic power command. Your psychic power command drive is delivered by the first part of your primitive autoconscious, your psychic power center. With that part of it, as stated before, you can rule the other 9 parts of your primitive autoconscious and your conscious mind as well. Acquire a strong psychic power command drive as soon as possible, and you will be well on the way to developing staggering power over yourself and others. Since you probably use no more than 1% of your psychic power when you apply it consciously, you use no more than 1% of the nerve fibers of your psychic power center when you deliver a psychic power command. Alright. Your psychic power can therefore be intensified still another 100 times. That is what the psychic master does when he performs miracles. Moving like Jesus. Actually, like the psychic master, you can intensify your psychic power command 1200 times by surmounting speedily the resistance which it encounters at the nerve gap. Since some nerve pathways have as many as 3 or 4 nerve gaps, you could intensify your psychic power in those by at least 3600 times. You will learn how to do this in lesson 4. In exercise 1 and 2 below, you will develop a powerful psychic power command drive. In them, you will order your conscious mind to feel a sensation far more intensely than it actually feels it. Alright. In exercise 3, you will feel 2 different situations at the same time with different halves of your brain, and you will order each half of your conscious mind with your psychic power commands to feel each different sensation far more intensely than it actually feels it. All 7 exercises will compel you to bring more and more nerve fibers of your primitive autoconscious into action at your psychic power command and develop your mind's hidden powers. Alright, so as y'all can see, this is a text that is for the serious student of the spiritual path. You feel what I'm saying? This is for the practitioner. This is a text that's for the practitioner. You feel me? So let's get it. 7 exercises for ordering your conscious mind with your psychic power commands. You cannot expect to rule the rest of your body, much less the minds and bodies of others, with psychic power commands unless you can rule your own mind with them first. Exercise 1 brings you that power, the power to compel your own logical, reasoning, conscious mind to accept the very opposite of what it knows to be true by just sending it a psychic power command from your psychic power center. Only when you accomplish that are you on the way to becoming a miraculous person. The Savior always asked the sick before he ventured to heal them, "Dost thou believe in me?" Or words to that effect. Like I said, moving like Jesus, man. Sick strangers had no logical reason to believe in him. But since they were desperate to be cured, they compelled their conscious minds to believe that he could cure them. That enabled the miracle to take place. You can do as the sick strangers did. Once you train your conscious mind to accept your psychic power commands without question, and really without question, you will be able to perform miracles yourself. But even if you persuaded only 1%, you will double the 1% which it possesses already of your primitive autoconscious, and that might be all you need for practical purposes. Exercise 1, consequently, is very important. All right, we get into exercise 1. Let's get it, man. Exercise 1, how to rule your conscious mind with psychic power commands. Place your left hand in a deep enough bowl of cool water. Yo, I'm about to do it. Hold on. I'm about to get this bowl real quick. Right back. All right, we here. All right, we here. Gonna put some water in this bowl real quick. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm a practitioner, you know what I'm saying? Water. Bet. All right, bet. All right, so what we gotta do? Hold on. Lion. I keep the lion with me, you know what I'm saying? Keep the lion. All right, so what we gotta do here. So it said, wait, move this over here. All right, here we go. Exercise 1, how to rule your conscious mind with psychic power command. Place your left hand in a deep enough bowl of cool water. All right, so left hand in the water. Yeah, damn, that thing cold. All right. Then drive a psychic power command to your conscious mind, ordering it to feel that the water is very warm. Bet. Uh, Visualize your psychic power command, in fact, as a very warm rocket being discharged from your forehead backwards into your conscious mind in the cortex on the top of your head. Wait, what? Visualize your psychic power command, in fact, yo, this water cold as hell, bro. Visualize your psychic power command, in fact, as a very warm rocket being discharged from your forehead backwards into your conscious mind in the cortex on the top of your head. Yo, psychic power command as a very warm rocket being discharged from your forehead backwards into your conscious mind. Oh shoot, the water getting like it's starting to. It's literally it feels like it's. That's crazy. Hold on. Your conscious mind would immediately feel that the cool water is a little warmer. Now facts, like literally, it feels literally like the water is like lukewarm now. This is ice cold water I just got from the fridge type shit though. And driving this, yo, nah, that's crazy. Nah, that's wild. And driving the psychic power command rocket, you will be using about 1% of the nerve fibers of your unknown self. After 1 or 2 seconds before your conscious mind adapts itself to the very warm rocket, discharge a still warmer psychic power command rocket into it. Then immediately imagine that your left hand is turning noticeably warmer than it is. Nah, yeah, I feel that. In order to transmit this intensified message, you will automatically put into use still more nerve fibers of your unknown self. After another 1 or 2 seconds before your conscious mind adapts itself to the intensified psychic power command, discharge still another warm psychic power command rocket into it, and immediately imagine that your left hand is turning quite warm. Yo, that's wild. Oh shit. This time you will put into use still more new fibers of your primitive autoconscious, perhaps a total of 2%. Twice more discharge still warmer and warmer psychic power command rockets into your conscious mind, so you'll be putting into use and developing 3% of your primitive autoconscious. Now, literally, each time I do it, it's literally, I feel like the heat increasing more and more. Like the heat literally like shoots up each time I do that in my mind. You will be really ordering your conscious mind around then with psychic power commands. I bet. That's kind of wild. That's interesting. Now it said exercise 2. Now place your right hand in a deep enough bowl of very warm water and repeat exercise 1. But with the opposite objective, discharge a very cool psychic power command rocket from your forehead, in other words, to your conscious mind, ordering it to feel that your hand is very cool instead of warm. Alright, alright, alright. So I'm about to go get another bowl, and we're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So be right back. Oh, I bet. I bet. So it said I got the warm water now. All right. So it said now place your right hand in a deep enough bowl of very warm water and repeat exercise 1. All right. So right hand in the water, warm water. Repeat exercise 1 for the opposite. Discharge a very cool psychic power command rocket into your conscious mind, ordering it to feel that your hand is very cool instead of warm. It kind of is working, but it's not really work. It's not working as good as the cold water. With the cold water, when I did it, it worked like definitely for real for real. With the warm water, not so much. But maybe that's just me in my own head. But let's continue. At the 1 or 2 seconds, this charge is still cooler. Imagine your right hand is, yeah, actually, never mind. It's actually working. Facts. Never mind. Yeah, yeah. Literally, like it's starting to feel like this is like ice water. low key in my mind. Like I just imagine that my hand, I just imagine that like the water is just like ice water. You feel me? And literally it's starting to feel like it's actually starting to feel like interesting. I'm starting to like actually like kind of lose feeling in the hand, even though this is really warm water. Cause like just in my own head, I'm just making it seem as if this is some cold ass water. Interesting. I bet. Very int- very interesting. All right, let's continue. Exercise 3. Sit with your left hand in a bowl of cool water and your right hand in a bowl of warm water. Repeat exercises 1 and 2 at the very same time. To do so requires you applying divided attention and thereby doubles the difficulty of the exercise. It can be done though because the right half of your brain controls your left hand while the left half of it controls your right hand. It develops your ability to put each half of your conscious mind under a different psychic power command at the same time. Practice these 3 exercises until you actually feel your psychic power command rockets being driven right down your neck and into your right and left hands. I bet we're gonna do it right now. So cold water to my left, warm water to my right. All right. So I'm gonna imagine my left hand, the cold water is hot, and that the warm water is cold. It's like I'm gonna have to do it kind of like one at a time in a way, low key. I, I, I. It was the only difficult part about it is just like it's just like the fact that you just like you said you dividing your attention. So it's like when you say you want to make your warm hand cold or your cold hand warm, you got to like kind of do it one at a time in a way. You feel me? And then once you when you do both, then it's kind of like in your head. It's kind of like it gets to a point where you eventually become aware that both of them have changed, type of thing, or whatever. If you know what I mean. Exercise 4. Repeat exercises 1, 2, and 3, but now command your right hand or the hand immersed in warm water to feel cold instantly, and your left hand to feel hot instantly. Your psychic power commands won't succeed at once, of course, but your efforts bring more and more fibers of your primitive autoconscious into action and develop it further. The moment you can produce an instant and noticeable change in the temperature of your hands after driving your psychic power commands into them, and you should be doing so before long, you will have acquired all the psychic power command drive you need to achieve your highest goals in life much easier than before. Caution, do not use your imagination to help you out. Don't imagine that your hand is encased in ice when it's only immersed in warm water. You are practicing to develop your psychic power command drive, not your imagination. Force your hand or body part instead, by means of your psychic power command rockets, to defy its natural environment without conscious mind help. That is psychic power commanding. Okay. The least proficiency you require in these exercises will bring into play more and more nerve fibers of your primitive autoconscious and endow you with a psychic power command drive, which the people you know or meet hardly suspect. That so essentially what it's saying is this: when I'm putting my hand into the warm water, or I'm putting my hand into the cold water, or let's just say the cold water first. When I'm putting my hand into the cold water, not to necessarily imagine that my hand is becoming warm, but rather to make my hand warm. Not just imagine it, but make my hand warm. When I put my hand into the warm water, make my hand cold. Don't imagine that it's cold, but make it cold. Like it's like real, like understand that it is cold now that I choose it to, so that because I choose it to be whatever. All right. Yeah, because before I was kind of using my imagination and it was working. Using my imagination. Okay, I understand what he's saying. It's just like these, like you are the master, you the Lord and the master, I self Lord and master, whatever you want to call it, right? So if you want to develop this psychic control over yourself, it's as simple as, yo, that which is hot is cold. Like your environment says hot, therefore now your body says hot. But it's just like, nah, your mind is the master. So if I say no, this is cold, then yeah, it's cold now. You feel me? You feel me? Yeah, facts, facts. I see. I see for real what he's saying. And all you got to do is really like, oh, for my people who is watching this right now and you're following along and you're actually doing the exercises and you're not just just watching me, then it's gonna take it'll take kind of practice. Like just like sit with it for a little while. Like take your hand out maybe and then put it back in and like really practice using your mind to create the effect that you want. You feel what I'm saying? Because you'll be able to do it, and like you'll see that like you can do it. You'll see that you can do it. It's just that like it may take you like a second, or it may take you a minute or whatever, something like that. Uh, Exercise 5: the silent drive. To develop your psychic power, command drive fast. Sit comfortably in your room with your hands resting in your lap. Close your eyes and think only of your left hand. With sheer force of mind, drive from your forehead a hot psychic power command rocket to your sensations recording center, deep down in your brain, to as far down as below the base of your neck. So from deep down in your brain, like your brain stem type of thing, all the way to the base of your neck. So that's like from this area in your head all the way down to the base of your neck. From there, drive it into your left shoulder and then down your arm to your left hand. So from your brainstem basically down to your neck, and then from your neck to your left shoulder, and then down from your left shoulder all the way into your hand. Immediately, therefore, block. Immediately thereafter, block at your sensations recording center with another psychic power command rocket. All sensations of normal temperature which your left hand might send to it. Continue driving intensify psychic power command rockets to your left hand. Meanwhile, to rapidly increase its feeling of being hot. All right, so we're gonna do it right now. So it said, oh shit, hold on, pull this stuff out the way. I bet. So it said, sit down in the chair, hands on my lap, down in the chair, hands on my lap, and then from basically my brainstem to the base of my neck to my shoulder, and then down to my hand. Make my hand feel hot or warm, whatever. Let's get it. When it says like a psychic control rocket or whatever, what he's saying essentially is like these, like you may not get it the first time, but you gotta just keep doing it, as in like the command is gonna start in your head and then in like this area, like your brainstem in your head. And you wanna send that feeling from there to your neck. From your neck, it goes to your shoulder and then all the way down to your hand. Like you kind of want to visualize it, type of thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of want to imagine it in a way. Like you want to use your mind really to command your body. You feel me? Like you want to send that command from your mind, from the master, to your body, and like really visualize it. At least that's what I'm doing. I'm really visualizing, like sending the command from my mind all the way down my arm, just over and over again to my hand. I could kind of feel it. I could definitely feel it getting hotter, but it ain't like my hand freaking bursting into flames though. So let's continue. Exercise 6. Repeat exercise 5, but now drive a cold psychic power command into your right hand. And then exercise 7, the cross silent drive. Repeat both exercises 5 and 6 at the same time. Discharge your psychic power command to your left hand from the right half of your forehead, and at the same time, discharge a similar rocket to your right hand from the left half of your forehead. Wait. Discharge your psychic power command to your left hand from the right half of your forehead, and at the same time, discharge a similar rocket to your right hand from the left half of your forehead. For exercises 5, 6, and 7, you will speedily develop all the psychic power command drive you need for swift attainment of your worldly ends. I understand. I understand. Because it's like, when you do it, when you actually do it, like for my people who is watching and you're actually doing it with me or whatever, when you actually do the exercises, you really, really do it, like you really believe that you, whatever, you'll feel you'll feel the effect. Like literally, you'll feel that your hand or whatever is increasing in temperature, or you'll feel when you put your hand into the cold water, you'll feel the temperature really change the more that you think about it. You know what I mean? So essentially, what I feel like he's saying at least is like what I feel like he's saying is the more you practice that, the better it will become. Meaning, the more intense it'll become. As in, the more you practice that, the more it'll go from just slightly increasing the temperature to eventually, when you dip your hand to the cold water, if you're able to really practice that, you'll be able to straight up like literally like make your hand so hot that the water become hot too, type of thing. You may damn near make the water boil type shit. You know. Uh, how to develop your timing with psychic power control. Exercise 1. Several times a day, try to estimate the exact time. I'll already be doing that. Facts. Don't like I be like there be times where I just be chilling, whatever, and I just think in my head like it's definitely like this time. Like I be wondering what the time is. I just be thinking like, yo, it's definitely this time. It's definitely like 3 o'clock or whatever, 3 o'clock, whatever. I just be thinking it, and then I go and look at the clock, and that's it. It's like whatever. Anyways, don't think back and analyze your activities since the last time you glanced at the clock and try to figure out the exact time, but just force your mind to fathom the exact time right now. Don't just guess either. Fix your psychic power instead on the general feel of the time and call it out. After repeating this exercise a number of times for several days, you will start your subconscious mind working along those lines in you, secretly keeping time for you within. This is facts. I already be doing that. When you ask yourself that question thereafter, your psychic power center will drive a rocket into your subconscious mind and ignite the dark invisible clock inside of it, and it will flash the exact time to you. Exercise 2. Pick up a book, check the time, and then read a page or two comprehensively. Estimate how long it took you to read it and check your estimate with your watch. Again, don't try to figure out how long it must have taken you to read the pages. That would be resorting to your conscious reason and mind. Depend only upon your psychic power control of your subconscious mind. I'm gonna read that one more time. So pick up the book, estimate how long it took you to read it, check the estimate with the watch, and then check the estimate with the watch. So you just want to kind of, okay, I see what he's saying. You just want to kind of just in a way time yourself without timing yourself, you know, and try to really guess and see how long it took you to do that, to read it, whatever. In summary, musicians, dancers, athletes, housewives, doctors, nurses, businessmen, salesmen, speakers, those in innumerable callings or leisure time activities, including ordinary conversation, have to constantly use their time sense. In most such activities, it is impossible to glance at a watch while in action. In others, it is either inconvenient to do so or it is insulting to the other person. And yet, without an exact sense of timing in those situations, you are doomed to waste considerable time, to fail totally or lose friends. To be able to guess the time accurately enough without recourse to a timepiece astonishes and fascinates others. It also enormously increases your skill and effectiveness in any project you undertake. Word. Yeah, I feel like this is a good one. How to intensify your power of volition or your willpower with psychic power control. Okay, willpower. We all need, okay, some willpower. Say less. Your power of volition, as the physiologists call it, actually your willpower, belongs to your conscious mind. With volition power, you can guide your muscles to make a specific move. You can also encourage your mind to think in a certain direction and your actions to carry through a certain plan. No matter what movement you make with your muscles or what plan you contemplate with your mind, if you carry it out without volition, it will be done half-heartedly unless you have already trained it to effect that move or plan before and have converted it into a conditioned reflex. When your power of volition is intensified to the degree where you will defy great odds to carry out the act or plan you contemplate, you will attain results with it in your everyday life, which will astound other people. The psychic master develops his power of volition to the degree where it totally eclipses that of the masses. Even when intensified only to a minor degree, your power of volition can bring about near miracles in your daily life. Without intensifying it at all, you cannot expect to develop your unknown self satisfactorily enough. Do the following exercises and you will intensify your power of volition with amazing speed. Exercise 1. How to make yourself do anything you want to do despite the obstacles that may stand in your way. Pick an exact time to go to bed tonight. When that time approaches, prepare to go to bed no matter what else you prefer to do, unless it is an emergency. Force yourself to be in bed exactly at the hour you selected, not a moment before or after. Let no one or anything else deter you. Insult no one to get him out of your way, but excuse yourself politely if you have to and keep your singleness a purpose. Don't acquire an anxiety neuroses either. Just patiently and meticulously pursue your plan. Watch the clock closely and be sure to be in bed, to stay at exactly the time you selected. This seems like a simple exercise, but it is a difficult one because it will tax your volitional power resources. You will more than likely be overwhelmed with reasons and obstacles against carrying out your plan to the letter, and you will have to conquer them all. You may be forced to overcome other people's wishes, unexpected situations, long form habits, and your uncompromising environment in order to get into bed at the exact time you picked. Neither a moment sooner nor later. Even if you live alone, it won't be easy. The effort also demands keen time and value, and to repeat, you are to do it without a feeling of anxiety. But you will be surprised at how doing it to the letter will intensify your power of volition. Repeat this exercise several nights in a row. I can see why he says that that may be hard, but to me, that sounds like the easiest exercise ever. You know what I'm saying? Exercise 2. Compel yourself to sit down right now and start writing somebody a letter. If you have an appointment to keep at present, select a specific hour tomorrow to write the letter. Also, pick out a suitable hour right now to sit down and write somebody else a letter next week. Exercise 3. In exercise 2, compel yourself to write a 3-page letter to your correspondent. Make it no longer nor shorter and complete it in half an hour. This exercise will force the large part of your brain, which covers the top of your head, your parietal lobe, to supply you with the words, thoughts, and expressions for that letter speedily. But again, do it all calmly. In summary, even if you fail to do these exercises correctly or exactly at first, repeat them until you do each of them right at least 3 times. They cause you to use your psychic power to intensify your volition power so that you will carry through these rather tedious tasks easily, exactly as planned beforehand. The psychic master develops his great powers by forcing himself repeatedly to perform rather tedious tasks which develop his different powers. Exercises for keener thinking for psychic power control. Exercise 1. Pick up the deepest book near you, one you will bore because of its profundity. Open it in the middle and read from it fluently, as if it were a simple elementary school reader. When you come upon a word you don't understand, spontaneously affix a meaning to it which seems to fit that sentence and continue reading. Read about two-thirds of the page, forcing yourself all the while to absorb the information as if it were simply written. Put that volume down and do likewise with another deep book. You will be astonished at how much faster you will understand them. Tackling such a formidable task in such a trivial manner brings part of your primitive autoconscious into action, and it always does marvels for you. But it requires real mental energy for you to keep that up for long. That's why you should read only two-thirds of a page each time you do this exercise. Repeating this exercise 4 times a week develops more nerve fibers of your unknown self, as well as the mental energy which you need to sustain your using it. Gradually lengthen the amount you read by an extra line or two until you read through a full page at a time. Then read 1.5 pages at a time and later 2 pages. Your ability to absorb complicated information will multiply and you will be much admired by others. If you are a student, you will find that your ability to extract the juice out of extensive assignments will grow by leaps and bounds. Every now and then, stop using this ability for several days or up to a week. Several Don't overtax your primitive autoconscious until it is more widely awakened. Even the yogis don't use theirs all the time. Exercise 2. Select a pressing problem for which you cannot find an immediate satisfactory solution. Analyze it again with new eyes and swiftly choose the best solution for it. You don't have to apply the solution to it in actuality, but select it as if you intended to. Do likewise with problem after problem that confronts you but which defies a ready solution. The moment you weary of the effort or have to struggle to find spontaneous solutions, halt the exercise. To benefit from these exercises, always practice them with a fresh and rested mind. Only then can you feel masterful and be masterful with psychic power. Exercise 3. Select instantly with little deliberation a practical solution for ending all warfare for all time. How miraculous feats are performed through psychic power control of the sensations recording center. Polynesian sorcerers can walk on live coals without burning themselves because they expel momentarily with their sensations recording center all heat from their legs and feet. They do not feel the searing heat of the coals. Blind people exist who can see with their fingers. They have developed extraocular vision. All the message carrying nerves of the body are connected in one way or the other with all the command delivering nerves of the body. You can transfer the functions of one part of your body to another. In Cyclomancy, the secret of psychic power control, though, you will be taught only practical and profitable feats to help you integrate better into society and advance as an accepted leader and an admired success. How to put your sensations recording center and your organs control center under psychic power control. Since suspended animation is such a perfect, although impractical, example of psychic power control of both the sensations recording center and the organs control center, the second and third parts of your primitive autoconscious, it will be revealed here thoroughly and scientifically. How the yogi performs suspended animation. Suspended animation is the miraculous physiological means through which a yogi who allows himself to be buried alive will still be alive and healthy, even if somewhat emaciated, when he is unearthed as much as 40 days later. To bring about this seemingly baffling achievement, he delivers such a mighty psychic power command blast to both his sensations recording center and his organs control center that it causes the following incredible changes to take place in his body functions, which serve to keep him alive that long without food, water, or air. 1. He reduces his body temperature from a normal 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit to between 80 degrees or 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 2. He slows down his heart and breathing rate so astoundingly that his radial pulse, his wrist pulse, can hardly be felt. Number 3. He drops his blood pressure so low that it cannot be measured. Number 4. He diminishes his urine production to practically nil or suppresses it altogether through unbelievable control over his kidney functions. Number 5. He lowers his digestive activity to a minimum. Number 6. He reduces the volume of his circulating blood to a dribble, barely compatible with life. Number 7. He reduces his metabolism, his life processes, by 20% to 50%. Number 8. In that condition, his body requires practically no food to exist for an extensive period. His digestion, metabolism, and blood pressure are so imperceptible that he utilizes but a minimal amount of energy to stay alive. He needs, as a consequence, to breathe in very little oxygen. The average man would expire under such conditions because he could not retard his vital processes to such a degree and would therefore require considerably more oxygen to stay alive. Number 9. Since the yogi breathes in so little oxygen in that state, his body fat, which is poor in oxygen, is converted to carbohydrate, which is rich in oxygen. That is how his body acquires its oxygen when it is in suspended animation, and it does require oxygen to survive. It secures its necessary oxygen to be explicit, not from the air, for there is too little air available for his body to breathe when it is buried, but from itself by simply converting its body fat into carbohydrate. Suspended animation is brought about today in modern medicine through refrigeration or cryotherapy. It is resorted to in chronic disease such as cancer of the skin or for the relief of severe intractable pain. By putting his sensations recording center and his organs control center under psychic power control, as stated before, the yogi can put himself in the state of suspended animation and live for 40 days and nights without food, water, or air. This is also how the squirrel and the bear hibernate during the foodless winter. Exercise. How to warm yourself up with your organs control center when you feel cool. On a cool day, if you are in good health, take a stroll wearing less clothing than usual. Your sensations recording center receives the sensation of coolness and relays it to your conscious mind. Immediately, though, send a psychic power command rocket from your psychic power center to your sensations recording center, ordering it to warm you up. Your sensations recording center can do it via your fighting nerves, your sympathetic nervous system. Do not overdo this exercise though. Carry an extra sweater along just in case you need it. Repeat this exercise in still cooler weather. Wearing no more clothes, you could even do it inside your own room by turning off the heat during cold weather or by turning on the air conditioner in hot weather. Keep your hands and feet warm with gloves and woolen socks. Do not chill your extremities. Don't expose yourself so long that you turn blue or numb from the cold. Develop psychic power control over your body temperature gradually. Don't give up, on the other hand, the moment you feel uncomfortably cool. Resist the sensation of cold safely for a while by commanding your sensations recording center with psychic power command rockets to keep you warm and visualize it long enough. Visualize it doing so through your fighting nerves. That is the important thing. Also, when it comes to that as well, when it comes to the cold thing, you could also take cold showers. That's what I do personally. I've been taking cold showers for a little bit over a year, about I would say like a year and a half. I've been taking cold showers every day. And I remember when I first started taking cold showers, it was like impossible. It was torture. Like my body was not adapted to that. Like when I would take the cold shower, I would get in and I can only stay under that cold water for like a few seconds and then I'll have to get out, because it was just unbearable to be in the ice cold water just shooting on my body like that. But now, a year and a half later, I've been taking cold showers every single morning, every single day. I literally taking cold showers is regular to me now. Like I can be in the cold water for 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes if I wanted to. You know, it's like nothing now. My body has adapted so much to the cold water and just so much to the cold. But the thing is, something that I observed from taking cold showers like that is I get in the shower and there's always a shock as soon as I get in. Like I always get this cold shock to my body when that water hits my body, you know. But the thing about it is I'll get that shock, but it would only take me a few seconds to adapt. Like my it's like it's like my nervous system of I have some type of muscle memory or something that my nervous system is like, okay, like we already know what to do when it comes to this. Like it's like my body automatically just adapts to it, just increases its heat when that happens, when I get that shock. It's like my body just already knows what to do at this point. Cause like I basically trained my body to be able to take cold showers and be able to take that cold water, take that environment. You feel me? How to develop spatial discrimination or your sense of space direction. By developing spatial discrimination or the sense of space direction, you add sureness of position and eyes to your feet. The psychic master has eyes in every part of his body. Sound like some pain from Naruto type shit. Exercise 1. How to put eyes into your feet. Stand to one side of your room or in a corner. Look straight across it at a spot on the wall. Shut your eyes and walk towards it. No furniture or other obstacles should stand in your way. Keep one hand extended slightly ahead of you to prevent you from bumping into the wall. You are training your legs to walk in a straight line with your eyes closed, and you are guiding them with a psychic power command over your sensations recording center. When you touch the wall, open your eyes and determine how closely you came to the spot. Practice this exercise until your psychic power command gains remarkable control in guiding your sensations recording center in space direction. Exercise 2. Return to your starting place and stare again at the same spot on the wall across the room. Turn sideways now and then close your eyes. Without opening your eyes, turn frontwards again and try to face the same spot on the wall across the room. With one hand extended slightly ahead of you, cross the room again. When you reach the wall, open your eyes and determine how close you came to the spot. Practice this exercise. It trains your psychic power command to direct your sensations recording center out of sheer brief memory. Complicated skills require the use of many memorized plans and movements, most of them briefly mastered if at all. Psychic power, not your conscious mind, is what helps you out then. Exercise 3. Return to your starting place and stare again at the same spot on the wall across your room. Turn halfway around now so that you face the wall behind you. Shut your eyes. Turn halfway around again with your eyes still shut and again across the room towards the same spot on the wall. When you touch the wall, open your eyes and determine how closely you came to the spot. This particular exercise is mainly for training your sensations recording center itself. Adding psychic power command to it renders it that much more effective. Exercise 4. Return to your starting place and once more stare at the same spot on the wall across the room. Shut your eyes. Turn completely around this time with your eyes still shut and then walk across your room to the same spot on the wall. Open your eyes and again determine how closely you came to the spot. This exercise is for training both your sensations recording center and your psychic power control over it. Exercise 5. You will be a master at psychic power controlled sense of space direction when you can turn completely around twice with your eyes closed before crossing the room and can then walk straight across to the spot on the wall with your eyes still closed. Try that right now, but don't expect to succeed for some time. Do all these exercises one after the other. They begin by affixing a spot across the room firmly in your conscious mind. Once you shut your eyes, though, you rely as much, if not more, upon your psychic power command to guide you across the room straight to that spot. How to put your organs control center under psychic power control. Since your organs control center rules all your body functions, to bring it under psychic power control can have limitless beneficial effects upon your health. With it, for instance, you could reduce your weight, gain appetite, develop proper bowel habits, banish nervous tension, normalize your sleep rhythm, regulate your blood pressure, combat disease, and even control your emotions of fear, anger, pleasure, joy. The following exercises are just a few examples of what you can do for yourself by controlling your organs control center with psychic power commands. Exercise 1. How to lose weight with your organs control center. At mealtime, when you are heavy, skip the meal, but visualize yourself as having eaten and as being full, as feeling full. Don't fill yourself with water to feel full either, for that would maintain your weight. Just feel full from a psychic power command to feel full. Discharge a psychic power command rocket from your forehead into your organs control center, ordering it to relax your stomach so that it feels full and stops secreting gastric juice. To help your organs control center, visualize your stomach within you turning into a dry, flat tire. You could even consume only a portion or a much smaller quantity of your usual meal and then suddenly visualize your stomach as turning dry and secreting no more digestive juice. Don't just visualize these changes, drive the visualized power picture into your stomach with absolute conviction with the psychic power command rocket. Exercise 2. How to train proper bowel habits with your organs control center. Since your organs control center rules your bowel movements, it can be used to train them into regular habits. It controls the peristaltic wave, which grips and descends along your alimentary canal when your bowels move, and empties it. When ruled by your psychic power center, your organs control center can do the amazing for your bowels. This is the exercise. When seated on a stool, visualize your bowels as being a cannula leading straight down from your stomach to outside your body. Visualize it expanding and contracting rhythmically every 5 seconds with its contents descending from your stomach about 1 inch each time. Attune your organ's control center, in other words, to the rhythm of the peristaltic wave as it forces the contents of your cannula out of your body. If you practice that peristaltic wave induction regularly and at just about the same time every day, you will train your organ's control center to initiate it automatically, and your bowel movements will come under the rule of your psychic power controlled organ's control center. Exercise 3. How to do organs control center control breathing. Organs control center control breathing is very useful for the next very important exercise, so practice it. Sit in a straight chair. Take deep breaths and fill your diaphragmatic region or the part of your chest around your lower ribs with air. Fill your actual chest with still more air now. Fill it right up to your shoulders or into the rest of your lungs. Then exhale all the air you can. Repeat several times. This exercise helps purify your blood too, since it reduces emotion caused acidity. Exercise 4. How to control your emotions with your organs control center. If you are easily excited by or turn angry or fearful in certain situations, encourage your organs control center during those situations to slow down your breathing and your heartbeat. Accomplish that simply with organs control center control breathing, which you learn in exercise 4. Old or young, this habit will do you a world of good. The deeper you breathe, the better, because you will take in more oxygen faster and your breathing and heartbeat will then automatically slow down. Reflexly, these will control your emotions. Reflexly means an involuntary movement excited in response to another stimulation. Addenda. By developing conscious control over your sensations recording center and your organs control center, you may well be developing your intelligence all the more too. The noted physiologists Penfield and Jasper propound that the consciousness is actually seated in the sensations recording and organs control centers and in the upper parts of the upper brainstem. They call these structures and their connections the centricephalic system, the centricephalic system, and consider it, rather than your conscious and subconscious minds, as your highest level of nerve development. That could be an important reason why psychic masters can affect stupendous phenomena. The sensations recorded and their organs control centers have been developed or reawakened by them to a staggering degree. You should gain immeasurably by developing yours to any degree. You feel me? Now, thank y'all for tuning in. That is the end of lesson 2 of Cyclomancy, The Secret of Psychic Power Control by Frank Rudolph Young. The next episode, we will be going over lesson 3. Lesson 3 being how to put your muscle coordination center under psychic power control. The next episode, we'll be going over lesson 3. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Support me and my channel, support me and my work. Definitely please like, subscribe, and comment on the video, so it helps me out with the algorithm, of course. And as always, peace be to the gods on earth, and continue your journey to ascension and spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, and all types of evolution in this current incarnation that you find yourself in. All my people out there who are the truth seekers of this world, all the people out there who are the people in this world who see past the illusions and the delusions that are given to the majority of us, you know? So, with that being said, I'm Jay Benz the Light, Chief Tahuti Ja, and I enjoyed doing this episode. I'll catch y'all in episode 2 or episode 3, where we're going over lesson 3, how to put your muscle coordination center under psychic power control. Peace be to the gods on earth. We out of here.